Hello everyone. If you've been watching the news, and I hope you have, it's talking about Jehovah Witnesses. One man went to the airport with a machete, tried to hurt people, took bug spray, and tried to blind some people in their eyes, and some kind of bombs he had on him. And there was a lady, she and her husband was a Jehovah Witness, and she decided she wanted to have an affair with a 15-year-old boy, neighbor's boy, and now she's have to sign it as a sex offender for several years. What is wrong with these witnesses? Why are they turning good to bad? Well, y'all know who this is? This is a man with a split personality. Good, and down here, he's evil. Yes, we all know them as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But what does this got to do with what Jehovah's Witnesses are? Well, when a brother used Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as Jehovah's Witnesses, let's go from there and let's hear the talk, and we go from there.
That's it. Very good. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. And you know what we do sometimes as Jehovah's people? We read scriptures, but we don't read them. You know what I mean? You ever read a scripture, but you didn't really read it? So you know what we're going to do with all of the scriptures we read this evening? We're really going to read these scriptures. All right, now let's look at the verse very carefully. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. Now, what we would like for you to do is look at the first word of that verse. Now, someone tell us the first word of Colossians 3:23. Little girl. Whatever. Yes. Do you know what the word whatever means? It means whatever. Do you see what it says? It says whatever you are doing. You see that? Whatever you are doing. Now, do you know what that means? It means whatever you are doing. Now, what does this whatever you are doing include? Well, doesn't it include eating, sleeping, walking, talking, going to work, going to school? Isn't that what it means when it says whatever you are doing? Doesn't that phrase encompass everything you do 24 hours of every day of your life? Isn't that right? Whatever you are doing 24 hours of every single day. Now, it says whatever you are doing, and we're going to read the rest of it in more detail, but now it says work at it whole-souled as to Jehovah and not to men. Isn't that what it says? All right, so in whatever you do, right, all day and night, you are supposed to work at it whole-souled as to Jehovah and not to men. But now, don't you think it is possible for us to be whole-souled to Jehovah, but not in whatever we are doing? Is that possible? Of course it is possible. You ever heard of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Do you think it is possible for a person to be whole-souled in their service to Jehovah God? For example, when they come to the meetings, oh, I'm whole-souled when I come here to the Kingdom Hall. Or they say, well, I'm whole-souled when I go out and field service. But what about the other times? What about when you're at home? Are you whole-souled to Jehovah? What about when you children go to school? Are you whole-souled as to Jehovah? How about it when you go to work and you're around all these worldly people all day long, are you whole souled as to Jehovah? And do you know how you can tell if somebody's not whole souled as to Jehovah? Have you ever seen someone that you saw at work, or you children, for example, saw one of your schoolmates at an assembly, and you looked at him and you said, "You're a witness"? And then, when they saw you, they did like this. Have you ever seen someone that you went to school with or you went to work with, and then you saw them at an assembly and you were shocked? You're in the truth? I don't believe it. I see you at school all the time doing this and that, and you're a witness. And see, doesn't this mean that whole soul, that's the Jehovah, doesn't it? Now, look at the word whole soul. Look at Colossians 3:23 again. It says whole soul. Now, do you see there's a little dash between whole and soul? Now, do you know what the word whole means? Well, let me give you a definition of the word whole from the dictionary. The word whole means entire, complete, undivided, unimpaired, vigorous, robust, undiminished, unabridged, uncut, strong, and sound. So in other words, in your service to Jehovah God, aren't you supposed to be vigorous? You're supposed to be undivided. You're supposed to be strong and sound in the way you serve Jehovah God. Now, is that the way you serve Jehovah? But now, if it says whole soul service, and that is exactly what it means, then we need to ask the question, is that what you are giving to him? But now, let me tell you what can happen, though. Look at Colossians 3:23, and you see what it says, work at it whole soul as to Jehovah. Look at the word whole, all right? And somebody spell it. Just spell it just like you see it. That's all. And look at the word, spell it just like you see it. Little fella right there. Nope. There he is. Hey, that's right. WHOLE. Yes. And isn't that what we just defined for you with vigorous and uncut and strong and sound and undiminished? Well, that is what the word whole means, the way the word is spelled here in this verse. However, do you think that we would change the meaning of that word if we took one letter off? Suppose we took the W off the front of that word, and someone please spell it now. Spell the word without the W. Look out right there, in the blue and white. H-O-L-E. I know. Can we change the meaning of that word? Let me define the word whole without the W. Opening, crater, gap, perforation, cavity, leak, space, puncture, break, tear, fault, defect, flaw, omission, and loophole. Can we change the meaning of that word? Oh, yes, we have. But now, you know what the question is? When you look at your service to Jehovah God, are there flaws in it? Are there omissions in your service to Jehovah? Do you tell Jehovah, well, Jehovah, I'll do this and this and this and this, but I won't do this. I'm leaving this out. I'll do everything else, but I won't do this. Well, that's omissions, isn't that correct? Cavities, perforations, leak, punctures. Is that what describes your service to Jehovah God? Then if there are flaws or defects in your service to Jehovah God, aren't you serving Jehovah whole-souled the wrong way?
Okay, what you just heard, take your whole soul, taking the W out, making it whole soul. Is there many things in a person's life that he's not doing correctly? Just like when the elders molesting children in the congregation, people going out, committing crimes. Why is it Jehovah Witnesses supposed to be whole soul 24 hours a day when they're not to their God Jehovah? Because people, the reason they can't is because they're not in the true faith. They are not serving the true God. It doesn't matter if you use the W in the whole or take the H off. Jehovah Witnesses, 24 hours a day, your life, you are in a hole. Because you can't even get out without 7 men telling you and keeping you in that hole. Telling you stay down there because your God, Jehovah, will protect you. He will give you paradise. He will give you everlasting life. Just believe it in us. We are God's faithful slave. They are not. They are just like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They feed you crap, and what they take from you is your money, your lives, your dedication, your faith, all that's supposed to be going to Christ, and not to a false god that these men knows good and well that there is no God named Jehovah. He was made up by a Catholic monk. Jehovah's Witnesses, or anybody who wants to be a witness, if you don't want to be like Dr. Jackal or Mr. Hyde, then you need to stay away from the watchtower. You need to stay away from their faithful slave, their spiritual Jews. Because those men that controls the watchtower are just like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You people need to wake up. When you're in that Kingdom Hall, you only got 1%, and that's only 1% of taking in garbage. The rest of the 99%, you are living in a dream, a lie, fairy tale of the watchtower, controlled by those 7 men. All of them, all 7, or should we say, with their split personality, 14 of them are controlling your life. Those evil men are wicked, more wicked than this man that was possessed by another person inside of him. At least you can see the truth in the movie, but you can't even see the truth about you 7 men that's controlling you, letting pedophiles destroy children and protecting them. Protecting them so you and no one in the congregations will ever know the truth. And that's the reason they keep y'all off the news, so you won't find out the truth. People, you need to wake up. There's your Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. Jehovah's Witnesses, this is what you are 24 hours a day. And your governing body is the same way. Thank you and have a nice day.